What is up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another XRP update. I know it's been about 5 days since my last video, so let's get into it. Things have been crazy on my end, as well as the cryptocurrency charts, so no surprise there. We are back to April 1st prices on the XRP price chart. We're going to be going over the Bitcoin price chart and show you what I'm looking at in the days and weeks ahead, and also going over overall sentiment and some recent news. So let's kick it off. Let's start it off with the XRP price chart. We're going to go over the Bitcoin price chart and some recent news, and I'm going to be telling it like it is, and we are really depending on whether Bitcoin holds this 30K region of support. I did wake up this morning and realize that we did in fact wick below to about the high 28,000s, but our candle body is still there, so we're going to see where this daily candle closes, and we have about 5 hours left. XRP price chart, we can see that back on April 1st when I left on vacation was gone for this whole trend upward. I'm making videos when we're down in 15 cents, 20 cents, everything for years. And of course, I'm gone when you take off, as always. And I'll probably take another vacation soon so we can get a nice retracement. We can see XRP was around, we'd say, let's see, this candle body opened at 57 cents, and we're right there. And I'm actually going to show you something very interesting with how reactionary some of these price levels are with the Fibonacci retracement and trend lines. Now, I understand it's a lot easier to point this out after the fact. I'm not acting like I predicted this to perfection. I just want to show you some levels that are very reactionary and hopefully can help us in the future, okay? So we'll do a little replay tool, but just wanted to show you that. So on the Bitcoin price chart, just under Bitcoin's all-time high of $65,000 per BTC, we can see we're currently sitting at about a 50% drop, and we just had this wick recently on this daily candle, about a 56% drop altogether. Now what I want you to watch is the candle bodies right here. Notice we do have some scary wicks, but however, we're still closing above the previous candles right here. So this one's about 30,800, and these two closing side by side are about 30,400. Provided we can hold these levels, I still have faith that we get a nice strong retracement. I'm going to show you some gaps that are at the upper levels as well, which leads me to believe that we still have a chance to get out of this mess. And friendly reminder, guys, iTrustCapital links for your first month free will be in the top of this video description. The world's largest crypto IRA platform with over $1 billion of assets on their platform. So keep in mind a variety of digital assets. I do have a Roth IRA with this platform, so all of my profits going forward will be entirely tax-free. So if you're making millions of dollars, I will be paying 0%. Taking advantage of platforms that exist today. They're one of the first movers, and they are already integrated with Coinbase Custody, Curve, you name it. And also, I was previously with a previous crypto provider, and it's funny because they say this because this is so true. I was paying 10% plus to even get a Bitcoin crypto individual retirement account. With them, I don't have any of those issues whatsoever. Highly recommend it. And as always, the links are in the video description, and I encourage you guys to follow them on Twitter. And the funniest thing about human psychology is nobody's interested in buying crypto when it's low. Nobody's interested in utilizing tools and platforms like these when the prices are low and emotions are down. In reality, that is when it matters most. And my last XRP purchase on this platform was in December when XRP was around 20 cents, and I'm very happy I did that. So just some food for thought. Back to the XRP price chart. So many assets with Bitcoin down 50-60%, many assets that I even hold from their at least recent all-time high, and I didn't buy the top by any means, they're down 80%, sometimes 83%. Well, let's see where XRP is down from almost its all-time high during this bull run thus far at $1.94. We're going to go down and see that we're sitting at about 70%. And this isn't to scare you, this is to inform you so you guys can make the best out of either situation, both bearish and bullish. I know there's been a lot of XRP community members that are happy that they've improved their bag size, just like me, but at this point, I just want to get this show on the road. I'm right there with you. So, 70%, let's see what the 82, 83, 80% drop would look like hypothetically. And of course, these typically do not last too long. I would say and look around that 33, 34 cent support level. Okay, now I'm going to turn the lights on. We're going to watch that horizontal line right at the 20 cents. And I do want you to ignore the right hand side. We're going to go over a Fibonacci retracement and show you something very interesting. So check this out. Lights are on. Horizontal line right at 20 cents on the dot. And believe it or not, we do have a negative Fibonacci extension right here on the golden ratio at 20 cents. So that's just something to watch. I found that to be very interesting. And as we can see, historically, even since 2017, before that big blast up, and if we're on Bitstamp, we can see previous history when XRP was half a penny, we can see holding that 20 cent region of support. Yes, we had wicks below it, but typically we always come back to this, and I'd imagine that this is close to the price floor, okay? If you want to try to catch any wicks below these levels, be my guest. But for me, I'm just happy to get anything around these levels too. So now with this little trend line I've drawn, and we're going to go over this, so don't worry. I just want to show you how I've drawn this trend line. So ignoring the 20 cent region, we can just kind of see this is showing clear support. Doesn't quite reach it there. Hit, come down, retested. It's just kind of showing broken down. Got momentum, retest, boom, support. Comes up and just keeps going, and then it finally blasted through that April 1st pricing. Now, with this ABCD, this is something that you can utilize if you're in fact looking for maybe a shorting opportunity or just to maximize your buy with a buy limit. So I'm just going to get the arrow out right here. And so we're just going to leave this trend line here. I know it's a bit messy, and I had this highlighted when we were around this price, just kind of showing the negative extension, playing support and resistance, basic confluences. If BTC comes down again, XRP is typically going to come down and revisit these levels. So pretty obvious, doesn't take a genius, but just wanted to show you that. So I've had this purple box for, several days at this point. And yep, we're right there and hit that golden extension. So right here, we have point A rejected, B, we bounced. Now we watch this retracement, and of course it comes up to the 786, 618. And now if you're bearish, you believe that point C is going to reject to the negative extensions to these levels, one or the other. Now this would be the conservative estimate, which we have hit, and then this would be kind of the crazy what if scenario down here. And if you're bullish, A, B, C, sometimes you can in fact break through these levels and get to the 1618, but we did not do that yet. A, B, C, actually checking it quite a few times around that 702, and then finally collapsed on itself. Hit the extension right here, funny enough, hitting this trend line as well in this other trend, and then finally coming down and residing in this box at the negative 27 extension around 57.58 cents today. And so now we're going to play, and I just want you guys to watch how these levels reacted, okay? And play. So we're moving, finally broke through that extension, A, B, C, and then finally made it our way down. So taking it back to the Bitcoin price chart, I'm essentially playing a boring game of wait and see, just like most people in this market. When emotions are at their highest, when fear is at an all-time high, I've personally found that the best thing to do is sometimes nothing at all. Now, that may feel silly because some people think to be successful in crypto, you have to take trades every single day, you have to know every single move, and that's just not true. You can capitalize on these macro trends. And even taking it back to XRP, which I'll show you shortly, as long as you understand price levels, key support levels, and you have patience, you can make money in this market. Bears make money in this market, and so do bulls, but they have to take their turn and wait. So I'm not acting out of emotion. In my first year of crypto or even like Forex, I did it. I was acting out of emotion. I'd chase green candles. I'd buy the pump here. Then it would dump and I'd go, I'd sell there and attack something else that was pumping. And next thing you know, you do that 3 or 4 times. And instead of being down 20%, you're down 90% from your initial investment. That is how most people play this game. They're in this market for 6 months or 2 years and then they give up. But the profitable ones stick around and they learn from their mistakes. If you're not learning, then it really is a failure. So just keeping that in mind, I know Andy Frisella actually had a great podcast and I was listening to it, just talking about success. And all successful people, you, me, everybody, if you consider us successful thus far, we all encounter fear. Fear is part of the recipe. However, the difference is that successful people deal with the fear head on. They deal with it directly and they leverage that fear into productive action rather than being overcome by it and rather than dwelling on it. The coulda, woulda, shoulda mindset, or coulda, woulda, shoulda investing is what I call it, going, if only I knew I could have done this and this, I would have 4x more, 4x the bag size, I would have got a 400% return. That is going to destroy you. Because if you dwell on the past, you are missing all the other opportunities that are coming your way. And the thing is about opportunities or even hardship, in the moment, it might seem like the worst thing ever. But in reality, what if this actually sets you up for something much better in the future? I know some people were literally crying in happiness saying, man, I've literally 10x'd my XRP bag by dollar cost averaging the past few years. And I'm so happy I did. Because when they saw the price of XRP at $1 or even $2, they were like, wow. So this was maybe a blessing in disguise because I've been able to accumulate more than ever before, or more than I even ever thought possible, even when I was buying it in 2017, 2018. So perspective is a hell of a thing. You have to do what's best for you. And I think this is a valuable lesson for a lot of newcomers to maybe have a portion of long-term holdings, but also have a portion where you absolutely want to take profits and get your initial investment out. Everybody I've talked to, everybody that at least has been in this market for a while, has tried to take their initial investment out during this crypto bull run, and they're really happy. They're playing with house money. I think that's the way to be. Unless you come from money, I think the best thing to do in a market that is so volatile and dangerous is to get your initial investment out, learn to take profits at some key levels, and have a plan. Because everybody just wants to keep buying, hold 100% for life. But you're still going to be emotionally tied to it. You don't want to be sad when the market is down and happy when it's up. That's no way to invest. So you want to think, in a calm and composed manner. But anyways, just a little of a rant. So we're just watching if BTC can hold this level and keep that daily candle above back of January 2021 prices over that 30,000 region of support. Let's go back to the XRP price chart. And I was just highlighting, say, 34 cents, just this box, showing if BTC does in fact collapse below these levels, it looks like we will be revisiting some interesting buying opportunities. And that's the way I see it. I'm not going to be selling my XRP at these levels. I didn't really sell XRP at these levels. I take profit in other alts, and I treat XRP as more so my savings account, trying to accumulate that. I'm going to be interested in running some DAG nodes for Constellation Network for passive income. I'll be staking my API 3. I'm going to be taking advantage of Flare Networks and Flare Finance any way I can with the DeFi protocols, delegating my vote for passive income to get rewarded with Flare, things like this. And when we do in fact enter the bear market, if this is not it already, I will have additional streams of income in that way. And then of course I have my long-term holds I don't really touch because a lot of them are up. But then I'll also have a trading bag where I'm just trying to improve my position here and there and grow that as well. So that's the trading bag, is where I'm proactive, taking advantage of swing trades when they come. And it's simple. My rule of thumb is, I buy things and I sell them at a higher price. I'm not trading leverage, so I'm not really worried if it takes a week or 3 months. But yes, it does require patience, and no, it's not always easy. And while I'd say about 95% of people are so down and giving up and sad, this is usually when I'm most excited in this market, because you want to think like a true contrarian. You want to take advantage of any opportunities. So we're going to see, are we going to be holding this level? Or in fact, are we going to get one of the most violent bounces we've seen in quite some time? And need I remind you, remember December 2020, what kind of crash? Well, it went from essentially 20 cents to $2. And I'm going to show you the monthly chart and why I believe XRP has some very big surprises for us. And notice right here, just looking at this, we crash, came down, created a lower low. What happened here? We crash, came down, created a lower low. And then what happened? A violent recovery, almost a 10x from those lows. So just something to look at. And even right here, 34 cents, just watching how it reacted. I would hope that this is the price floor, but if BTC crashes, we will simply have to wait and see. We have to consider market sentiment. People are giving up on XRP left and right now because they're seeing the extension of the lawsuits. And funny enough, you guys don't remember the past because everybody is going to be selling and giving up on XRP. I am not. I'm using this as solely accumulation. I don't see any reason why I'd give up on XRP when 80 to 90% of their customers reside outside of the US. 80 to 90% of the volume over the XRP ledger is outside of the US. But again, not everybody does their research. And remember, what happened? Well, we had the lawsuit hit. Prices are down. Then they delisted it from exchanges to see XRP nearly do a 10x. This is how the game is played. So if you're listening to the news, if you're listening to the fear, I try to look at it from an opposite perspective. So ideally, we're going to be watching if BTC bounces though and does close those gaps that I'll show you shortly. It would be very, very nice for these altcoins to create one more push. And looking at the monthly, I think we're far from over. Need I remind you, XRP is one of the few digital assets that is yet to even hit its all-time high price. Also, really quick, Bitcoin. So we have this horizontal ray showing this price support. Now let's draw a few Fib extensions and watch how these prices have been reactionary. So from here, swing high, swing low, and just pay attention right here. So boom, boom, broke through the 786 and went right up to the 2. Now as we drag this over, let's just watch how these fibs have played out across the board. And so we're gonna go and we're just using this as the bottom, okay? So notice swing high, swing low, did in fact break through, came up, and now it's kind of just showing this is a key support level. Notice the 2, and then it came up perfectly to the 2618, and then coming back down. So that's something to watch, and we can watch these negative extensions as well. Now, I also wanna show you another fib level right here. So now we're going to go from here, swing high, swing low, and what do we know? A, B, C, right around the 702, market rejected, and now we're almost in this parallel channel where, not XRP, where Bitcoin is playing around in this whole region between 35,000 and about 42,000 per BTC. This is why I leverage these negative extensions as well, and now we're sitting on this support level. And the most successful traders and investors I know are mature with their emotions. They can actually entertain the both the bearish and bullish perspective. The younger people in this market, or not even younger in age, just inexperienced people overall, they get upset. If you talk about XRP going to $10 and they don't like XRP, they hate you. If you talk about XRP going down to 20 cents or 30 cents and it goes against their belief and what they want, they hate you as well. So that's just how the game is played, but the most successful people explore and entertain both perspectives and simply do what they can do when they can do it. So this is the market cap of BTC, Bitcoin dominance right now in terms of a percent. Swing high from its all-time high, or not its all-time high, but during this bull run during this year, all-time high, swing low, and notice we're right at the 236 at about 47% for BTC dominance. Just wanted to point that out, showing the 236 yet again, very reactionary fib level, almost hitting it twice. Now, let's show you that gap. So this is the Bitcoin CME Futures. You can find this on tradingview.com. The links are in this video description as well. And we can see there's a variety of gaps at these lower levels. You can see right around here, there's a clear gap, and this is on the daily. You can see gaps on the weekly as well, and of course see them a lot more clearly on the 4-hour in some cases. There's another gap right here, and there's also gaps below 10K. Now, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, and let's just kind of watch how this has been behaving overall. And you see this gap right here, a liquidity gap, and I'll give you guys a better look shortly, but you can see that it almost closed out with this wick. Now, the clear gap we have right here is about 47,000, approximately 47 to 48,000, around this 50% retracement wick to wick. Now, I'm aware that, of course, early this morning, BTC was down here, but the candle body is still closing, so I'm still using this level, and it has not been invalidated yet. So let's take a quick look at this gap. Now, on the 4-hour chart, so BTC, 4-hour, and you can see there's a gap. And what I mean is there's a gap in liquidity. There's no candle body, not even a wick that has closed this gap. So, in my mind, with this type of gap analysis, and this is not all I use, this is just another confluence. I'm not married to any idea. I just use them to support my argument and essentially just wait and see. So ideally, we'd be looking for BTC to eventually come back to this level of 48K. Now, if you believe the bear market begins, well, I still feel that we have a good chance of BTC coming up aggressively once more, and then people can decide to either get the heck out of this market or stay. Me personally, I believe that this is just a crazy, elaborate shakeout. The news has just been way too strange right now. And yes, I know I do YouTube videos on crypto, and being bullish probably seems like I'm doing it to get followers or subscribers. However, guys, I was hated for a while. I was bearish for the longest period of time. And right now, I don't feel like we're done yet. Now let me show you the monthly real quick. So XRP candle bodies. So check this out, and we're going to go over ETH, Zcash, and a few other assets, and Litecoin right here. So this is the total cryptocurrency market cap, just the altcoin market. Candle body closures, swing high, swing low. We can see we did in fact get to the 3618. Well, XRP, we haven't even woken up yet. Notice swing high, swing low, and we're just sitting on that 236, now even below it. And if you pay attention to history, we've seen a lot of assets doing this, whether they're sitting below the 236 or around the 382 before getting that next push up. I'm confident in XRP, so I just believe that it's just a matter of waiting. And yes, it's not fun by any means, but I will make the best out of any situation I'm given. So sitting below the 236 as well, let's look at Litecoin versus the altcoin market. We can see even LTC, at least at this time of the screenshot yesterday, we were sitting around the 50% retracement. We can see the altcoin market has done the same thing, wicks to the 50% right there. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum. It has barely been affected. No surprise though, because there are hundreds, or I should say thousands of assets or ERC20 tokens on the Ethereum blockchain. So swing high, swing low. We did in fact get to the 2618, and now we're just residing around this level at the time of the screenshot. So looking great. Ideally though, just going through, you can see, Ethereum made it to these extensions. You have other assets like XRP that have not even performed. So the way I see it is this. I like buying assets that are low, that have not yet done this. Most people will want to chase the green candles. I love ETH, I still hold it, but ideally, I just believe that XRP has more in terms of a return of investment. I only care about the percent return. I don't care about the price. All right, we went over Litecoin. ETH has been barely affected, and then Zcash right here, similar thing, just sitting below the 236 within this market. And notice we're just paying attention. We've seen this before. We've seen wicks, and these are the assets that I'm betting on that I feel get nice pushes, all backed by digital currency group. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I wanted to finish up with a quote that was also shared by Boom Time Crypto, and this quote is from James Grant. Successful investing is about having people agree with you later. I'll catch you in the next one.